Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Charlie. On today's episode, I'm going to be showing you how to make my delicious homemade pineapple supreme layer cake from scratch. Now, the unique thing about this type of cake is we take some freeze-dried pineapple and we grind it into a fine powder. We're going to take that pineapple powder and we're going to add it into the cake and into the frosting to give it a wonderful pineapple flavor that you're going to love. This cake, you can get about 10 to 12 or possibly more servings, all depending on how you slice it. It's soft, moist, with a wonderful pineapple flavor, and it's absolutely delicious. So without further ado, let's get started. Alright, here's all what you'll need to make your homemade pineapple supreme layer cake. Let's get started with our ingredients. You'll need some Swan's-down cake flour or all-purpose flour, and along with that, you'll need some sugar, salt, baking powder, baking soda, unsalted butter at room temperature, large eggs at room temperature, heavy whipping cream at room temperature, 100% pineapple juice at room temperature, and of course you don't need this big old can, you only need a small amount. You will also need some freeze-dried pineapple, vanilla extract, butter extract, pineapple extract, cream of tartar, yellow gel paste or liquid food coloring, and some confectioner sugar. And for your tools, you will need a small food processor, an offset spatula, and to bake your cake, you will need some Baker's Joy nonstick baking spray and 2 9-inch round cake pans. And there we have it. Alright, let's get straight to it. We're going to get started with making our pineapple powder. So in a small food processor, add 1.2 ounces in weight of your freeze-dried pineapple right on in there. Blend this for 1 to 2 minutes. Alright, this is how it looks when we're done. As you can see, that's a nice fine powder. Okay, let's get started with our dry ingredients. So in this medium-sized bowl with a mesh strainer, add 2 1/4 cups of cake flour or all-purpose flour, 1 ounce of your pineapple powder, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, a half a teaspoon of baking soda, and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Sift all the ingredients into the medium-sized bowl. Now as you can see, there are some particles left over from the pineapple powder. That's nothing but bits and pieces of the freeze-dried pineapple. You're just going to add that into the bowl as well. Stir all your ingredients together. And for our wet ingredients, in a separate medium-sized bowl, add 3/4 cup of heavy whipping cream at room temperature, 3/4 cup of pineapple juice at room temperature. If you're using all-purpose flour, you're going to add a half a cup of heavy whipping cream at room temperature and a half a cup of pineapple juice at room temperature. 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 1 teaspoon of butter extract, 2 teaspoons of pineapple extract, and 1/4 teaspoon of yellow gel paste or liquid food coloring. Now I've added some of it onto this butter knife and I'm going to swirl that into the liquid. I'm going to take my whisk and stir all the ingredients together until combined. There we go. Alright, let's get started with the preparation of our cake batter. So in our stand mixer bowl, fit it with the paddle attachment. You can also use a hand mixer as well. Add 2 sticks of unsalted butter, softened and at room temperature, right on in there. And to that, I'm going to add 2 1/4 cups of sugar. I'm going to start my mixer on a medium-low speed just to get that butter and sugar incorporated. Turn your mixer up to the highest speed and mix this on high speed for 6 minutes. Now at some point during those 6 minutes, you're going to go ahead and stop your mixer and scrape down the sides of your bowl. Continue mixing that in. Alright, scrape down the sides of your bowl Start your mixer on a medium speed. Add 4 large eggs in at room temperature, one at a time. Alright. Scrape down the sides of your bowl. Next, we're going to alternate the cake flour or all-purpose flour mixture and the pineapple cream mixture into the batter 3 separate times. Now we're not doing any measurements or anything like that at this time. Add the first amount of the cake flour or all-purpose flour mixture and the first amount of the pineapple cream mixture. Mix this on a medium-low speed for about 15 to 20 seconds or until combined. Alright. Scrape down the sides of your bowl. Add the second amount of the cake flour or all-purpose flour mixture and the second amount of the pineapple cream mixture. Mix this on a medium-low speed for about 15 to 20 seconds or until combined. Alright. Scrape down the sides of your bowl. Add the third amount of the cake flour or all-purpose flour mixture and the third amount of the pineapple cream mixture. Make sure you use a spatula to get that all in there. Mix this on a medium-low speed for about 15 to 20 seconds or until combined. Alright. Scrape down the sides of your bowl, and from there our pineapple cake batter is now ready. Spray your 2 9-inch round cake pans with the Baker's Joy nonstick baking spray. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and preheat my oven to 325 degrees. Add your prepared pineapple cake batter into your baking pans. Using the back of a spoon, spread the cake batter around each baking pan as evenly as possible. To make the batter more even, shake your baking pans. Now they are ready to be baked. Place this into a preheated 325 degree oven on the middle rack. Bake this for 30 minutes. Alright, it's been about 30 minutes now for our cake layers. Let's go ahead and remove this out of the oven. Toothpick inserted into each cake layer should come out clean. Let this cool for about 2 to 3 hours before removing them out of the pans. Okay, let's go ahead and get started with making our pineapple meringue frosting. What we're going to do first is we're going to separate 3 egg whites from 3 egg yolks. So we're going to take the egg whites and place them into this stainless steel bowl, and take the egg yolks and place them into this small container. And of course you can take those egg yolks and you can make a nice ice cream with that. Now in the stainless steel bowl with the egg whites in it, you're going to add 2/3 cup of sugar right on in there. Take a spatula and stir all the ingredients together. Preheat your fire to medium heat. Okay, now we're going to temper the egg whites. So in this small pot, I've added 2 cups of water and I've brought it up to a simmer. Add the stainless steel bowl with the egg whites and sugar mixture on top of the small pot. And as you can see, I have a thermometer here. I'm going to take my spatula and I'm going to stir this continuously until the temperature of the egg whites reaches 120 degrees Fahrenheit, like how you see here. Now you're going to go ahead and turn your fire off. Once the temperature reaches 120 degrees Fahrenheit, you're going to quickly remove the stainless steel bowl from off the top of the pot and place it back onto your table. Next, you're going to add 1 teaspoon of cream of tartar. Stir all your ingredients together. Let this cool for 10 minutes. Alright, let's go ahead and whip up our meringue. So in our stand mixer bowl fitted with the whisk attachment, you can also use a hand mixer as well. Add your cooled egg whites and sugar mixture right on in there. Mix this on high speed for about 5 to 7 minutes or until the mixture reaches stiff peaks. Alright, looks pretty good. As you can see, that is stiff peaks. That's exactly what we're looking for. Alright, let's go ahead and assemble our pineapple meringue frosting. So in our stand mixer bowl, of course, we have our whipped meringue in there, and we fitted it with the paddle attachment. You can also use a hand mixer as well. Add 1 stick of unsalted butter, softened and at room temperature, right on in there. And to that, I'm going to add 1 cup of confectioner sugar. Mix this on a medium-low speed for about 30 seconds to 1 minute or until combined. Alright. Scrape down the sides of your bowl. Add 1 stick of unsalted butter, softened and at room temperature, right on in there. And to that, I'm going to add 1 cup of confectioner sugar. Mix this on a medium-low speed for about 30 seconds to 1 minute or until combined. Alright. Scrape down the sides of your bowl. Add a half a stick of unsalted butter, softened and at room temperature, right on in there. A half a cup of confectioner sugar, a half a teaspoon of pineapple extract, a half a teaspoon of vanilla extract, and a half a teaspoon of butter extract. Mix this on a medium-low speed for about 30 seconds to 1 minute or until combined. Once all the ingredients are combined, turn your mixer up to the highest setting. Mix this on high speed for about 3 to 4 minutes or until the frosting thickens. Alright. Scrape down the sides of your bowl, and as you can see, that frosting has thickened. That's exactly what we want. Add 2 teaspoons of the pineapple powder. That's going to give our frosting a wonderful pineapple flavor. And 1/4 teaspoon of yellow gel paste or liquid food coloring. And I've added it onto a butter knife, and I'm just going to swirl that into the frosting. Mix this on high speed for about 30 seconds. Alright. Scrape down the sides of your bowl, and from there our pineapple meringue buttercream frosting is now ready. Now for a quick troubleshoot, if your frosting is runny or anything like that, you're going to take the bowl with the frosting in it along with the paddle attachment, and you're going to place it into your refrigerator or freezer for about 10 to 15 minutes. After the time is passed, you're going to take it out of your fridge or your freezer. You're going to place the bowl with the frosting on it back onto your stand mixer base, and you're going to mix it on high speed for about 1 minute or until the frosting thickens. And there you go. Problem solved. Alright, here we have our 2 cake layers. Now if your cake layers have that dome on the top, you're going to take a knife and you're going to trim the dome off of the top of each cake layer. Alright, perfect. Alright, let's go ahead and assemble our cake. So here we have a cake serving pad. We're going to take a small amount of the pineapple meringue frosting and we're going to spread that on the cake pad. This is to ensure that the cake does not move. Add the first layer of cake on top of the cake serving pad and press down slightly. Add 1 1/2 cups of your pineapple buttercream frosting onto the cake layer. Spread the frosting around the cake layer as evenly as possible with an offset spatula. Add the second layer of cake on top and press down slightly with your hands. Next, you're going to take a small amount of the pineapple meringue buttercream frosting and you're going to spread that along the top and onto the sides of the cake. This is called the crumb coat. It prevents cake crumbs from appearing on the final coating of the frosting for the cake. Place this into your refrigerator or freezer for about 15 minutes. Take the remaining amount of the pineapple buttercream frosting and add that directly on top of the cake. Take an offset spatula and spread the frosting around the top of the cake as evenly as possible. As the frosting reaches the edge of the cake, it's going to start to free fall down the sides. From there, you're going to take your offset spatula and spread that frosting around the sides of the cake as well. Go all around the sides of the cake with this until you have the whole thing coated with the frosting. Next, you're going to take an offset spatula and you're just going to carefully glide it onto the sides of the cake. This is going to make the frosting nice and smooth on the sides. Alright, here I have my fire preheated on my stove. I'm going to take my offset spatula and I'm just going to place it directly over the fire just to heat it up a little bit. And from there, you're going to take the warm offset spatula and you're going to glide it onto the top of the cake. This is going to make the frosting really smooth. And from there, our pineapple supreme layer cake is now complete. Here is the final presentation. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Homemade pineapple supreme layer cake, made from scratch by a New Orleans native. If you like my channel, hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell button if you want to be notified of my videos. I have an official website for all of my recipes, including this one. Go to www.charliethecookandrews.com. You can also find me on Facebook, Instagram, and on Twitter under the name Charlie the Cook Andrews. Stay tuned as Charlie's taste test is coming up next. Can't wait. Now it's time to go eat and take a bite. Got my fork. Yes. Y'all, I absolutely love the flavor of this cake. I mean, it has a tender crumb, it's soft, it's moist, and it has a wonderful pineapple flavor. Y'all, when I tell you, it is delicious. It is delicious. I'm telling y'all, try the recipe. It's on point. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. And until next time, have a good one. Peace.